Good afternoon, community members, members of the media. My name is Lieutenant Brandon West, BRANDON WEST. Here in a few minutes, I will introduce Chief Chris Smith, CHRIS SMITH. He'll be telling you about events leading to the death of Officer Cooper Dawson. Without further ado, our command staff will come in, followed by our city mayor, our city manager, and of course, our chief of police.
Good afternoon. My name is Christopher Smith, CHRISTOPHER and I have the distinct honor and privilege to be the Chief of Police for this outstanding community and outstanding department. We're hurting. We're hurting as a department. We are hurting as a community. And we're here to talk about Officer Cooper Dawson. It is with deep sorrow I will make a short announcement and then I'll answer some questions afterwards. But it was deep sorrow that we announced the passing of Greenville Police Officer Cooper Dawson. Officer Dawson died from injuries sustained after being shot during a foot pursuit on Monday, November the 25th, 2024. He passed away early this morning, Tuesday, November 26th, at approximately 4:30 a.m. after hospital staff worked tirelessly to try to save his life. The incident occurred yesterday around 7:40 p.m. when Officer Dawson, alongside other officers, observed a violent offender with multiple felony warrants getting into a vehicle. Officer Dawson initiated a traffic stop. The suspect then fled on foot. Officer Dawson and his partner pursued the suspect, at which point the suspect opened fire, striking Officer Dawson. Despite being wounded, Officer Dawson returned fire, injuring the suspect. Both Officer Dawson and the suspect were transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. Officer Dawson was later airlifted to another hospital for further care, where he ultimately succumbed to his injuries. Officer Dawson is survived by his wife and 3 children. A military veteran who served in the Army National Guard. He was a dedicated police officer, having served for 7 years with the Garland Police Department before joining the Greenville Police Department, where he served for a little over a year and a half. He was a member of our SWAT team and very passionate about training. He was an instructor for fellow officers. He was a very decorated police officer. At the Garland Police Department, he accumulated 10 certificates of merit, 3 certificates of merit bars, 12 letters of commendation, 2 life-saving bars, and received Officer of the Month for January of 2018. At the Greenville Police Department, the short time that he was here, he received 5 letters of commendation. Officer Dawson dedicated his life to serving others. He made the ultimate sacrifice while protecting his community. Today we honor him as a hero, a husband, a father, and a friend. The grief we feel is indescribable. We ask that you join us in praying for his family and supporting them in their incredibly difficult time. This time I'll take a couple of questions.
Chief, you said you guys were saying that once the pursuit went into the back of the house, that your officer was ambushed and shot multiple times. Can you please explain what you're saying?
It was a foot pursuit that went to the back of a residence. Officer Dawson was right behind the suspect. As he rounded the corner, the suspect opened fire, striking Officer Dawson multiple times. Despite his injuries, he was able to return fire and hit the suspect. Officer Dawson was 27. He would have been 28 next month.
Can you share a couple of just stories and memories? I can tell we're all so touched by him. What was it about him being such a special guy and a wonderful police
Cooper was very passionate, and he was very passionate about being a police officer. He was very passionate about training. He liked the camaraderie. That's why he was a member of our tactical unit. And when he was passionate about something, he was all in, 110%. He was one of those active officers that was very proactive out there, which was the reason why he was in the area at the time. But we lost a good man today. He was an excellent officer, and Dawson came in under my command, and this one hits really hard.
Can you please tell us a little bit about the suspect? Obviously, a criminal, it sounds like. Is he alive?
The last I heard, he was in critical condition.
One last question, please.
I watched this memorial all day. Stood there, I'm talking to say that smile on that room everywhere. Just what does it say to have this community?
This is an outstanding community. I'm honored to be a member of it. Dawson, that was Dawson to a T. He came to work with a smile on his face every day, very energetic. We have received such outpour of support from across the state, from across the community. We'll get through. We'll get through, but it's going to hurt.